Without the aid of the Forge Brand, there's no way to help Aavak. Search for a specialized smith that would not be opposed to disobeying current law. With wealth and influence, you may be able to hire a loyal smith and provide them with the forge at which to work. An awakened spire might make the perfect location for a smithy. Oh, a hint. A hint. Okay. A skilled trainer who teaches unarmed attacks, parry, dodge, and subterfuge. Revos, a merchant with a motley collection of items for sale. Revos will also create camping supplies periodically. Skilled trainer who teaches one-hand weapons, parry, and athletics. A skilled trainer who teaches one-hand weapons, two-hand weapons, dodge, and athletics. Corpse Eye, a battlefield scavenger with many unique items for sale. Tanara, a skilled trainer who teaches one-hand weapons, two-hand weapons, dual-wield, parry, and dodge. Kenrick, a smith who regularly produces weapons. Longfang, an old beast woman who regularly provides food. Fatebinder Cespa, a Fatebinder with the ability to change what skills you are proficient in. Wow. There's a whole iron ring. Tychon Swindler, Conquest, a swindler from the Bastard City who is able to acquire valuable items left unattended. And Lysandra, a skilled trainer who teaches control life, control vigor, control atrophy, control gravelight, and use of magic staff. Wow. This is something we'll definitely do at some point. But for now, we're going to leave. Okay. Right. Okay, so the Sunset Spire is on our way. The Burning Library is also on our way. Should we go to the Sunset Spire first? I mean, Lethian's Crossing is on the way, effectively. We could go there and maybe even check out a few odds and sods, perhaps. That might be something we can do. For those wondering if you've missed my progress of the game so far, I am uploading the VODs onto YouTube. On YouTube, they're in a bit higher quality. They're in 1080p, 60 FPS rather than 720. But they are going up episodically, so like 40, 50 minute episodes. You are free to watch my Twitch VODs if you prefer to just get the whole thing in one go. The first stream was about 10 hours long, so be aware of that. But yeah, I think tomorrow will be the last episode of the first stream. Then there'll be 1 or 2 episodes from the second stream because it was super short, and then we will be onto this one. So, they're going up basically daily. But if, again, you want to just glut on the whole thing in one go, you can just watch the Twitch VODs. They're not subscriber gated or anything like that. Okay. We could head to Lethian's Crossing. I am torn, though, on whether we should go here first or go to the Burning Library first. What's chat feelings on this? Burning Library or Sunset Spire? Open up another spire or go to the library before we do? I'm assuming that we're going to be opening up a lot of spires throughout the game. There's 1, 2... 3, 4, and then the mountain spire in the middle. Library, maybe I'll learn something. More spires, Burning Library. It looks never been there myself. Okay, well we could head out to the Burning Library. It'll take 3 days and 12 hours. Going here, on the other hand, will take us 2 days and 16 hours. Just much ado about nothing, really. It's going to be a long bloody route there, no matter what. So, it'll carve a day off our journey, but we'll probably spend quite a while there. If I click here... No, we'll go to the spire because it's on the way for all intents and purposes. That's the reason why it takes so long. But we won't have as much of a distance to travel next time. A group of mercenaries, members of the Bronze Brotherhood, are blocking the road to Lethian's Crossing. Oh, okay. Some abilities allow party members to attack multiple times with basic attacks. Indeed they do. The main story is in Lethian's Crossing. Okay, that does change things a little bit. Maybe then we will continue on somewhere else. Also, I kind of want to go to the spire to switch up Barrack. I want to see what Kills in Shadow is like. Okay, mercenaries are over here. Gonna have a bit of a peek around. What can we find? So, you must be joking. A toll? I will pay no such thing. I demand to be let through. Sorry, no one passes through without paying.
They won't see me coming.
What group are you with? Bronze Brotherhood, okay. I'm seeing a lot of disfavored there. Okay, well, let's go and have a chat. Ratamon. A striking man with a shock of bright blonde hair stands here, observing some men searching bodies of slain disfavored soldiers. He watches you approach, his angular features pulling into a look of disdain. Hello, Claire. How are you doing? And here's the Fatebinder. He doesn't mask the displeasure in his voice. I knew he'd see you. I was just wondering when. He gained wrath with the Bronze Brotherhood. One trip to Lethian's Crossing wasn't enough. The Bronze Brotherhood were the original protectors of Lethian's Crossing, but they passed control to Kairos forces and stayed as retainers. Over time, they proved too disorganized to keep the peace. You handed the settlement over to the disfavored, trusting in their discipline to maintain order. The Brotherhood mercenaries considered this a slight on their lawful claim. He doesn't even mask the contempt in his voice. You had to return where no one asked you to come. Throwing me out of my home wasn't sufficient. You here to disrupt my life some more? He looks at his men, who stopped to watch the conversation. You aren't done? He flicks his hand at them. You aren't done, sorry. He flicks his hand at them and they return to their searching. It doesn't really matter why you're here, I don't care. I have more important things to worry about. In case you've forgotten me already, my name is Ratamon. I'm First Brother, leader of the Bronze Brotherhood. Watch yourself while you're a guest in my land. If you come to stir up more trouble, we're well equipped and will not back down in the defense of what is rightfully ours. He was his arm in front of him, gesturing at the surrounding countryside. Welby and I might not always agree, but that is one point we see eye to eye on. If you step out of line, we will both correct you. His eyes narrow and he leans towards you. You are not welcome here. Now, tell me what you want or leave. Tell me why is Lethian Crossing so important to the Bronze Brotherhood? You're looking for trouble. What's so important about these bodies? There's some Kairos army who wandered too far from Lethian's Crossing. He spits at the closest body and makes an obscene gesture at it. I will sleep well when they are all dead and in the ground. The only peace they're worthy to be. Only peace they're worthy to be. But if they choose to break themselves up like this, I will only make it easier for us when the Brotherhood makes our claim on what is rightfully ours. You do well to watch your tone when speaking to a Fatebinder. Ratamon laughs hollowly. I care not about Kairos forces. I've already reaped the rewards of my loyalty and I will not make that mistake again. You've taken my home, but I will have it back. I won't cower when you raise your voice against me, lapdog. Well, I mean, it's at least standing his ground. Why is Lethian's Crossing so important to the Bronze Brotherhood? We were asked to do a job and we did it. Then what happens? You throw us out of our home. He makes an emphatic gesture to the north towards Lethian's Crossing. By all rights, that city is ours and suddenly Kairos wants it. Well, I intend to get it back. I refuse to let this matter die. We protected the crossing for years and even ensured Kairos forces could do business here when Narat asked us to. No, we did our job, the job we were asked, and this land belongs to us. And how do you plan to take it? Ratamon pulls his head back and looks at you askance. Why would you ask this? His voice drops to a whisper. As well be planning to undermine my strategy. Okay, interesting. There's a bit of, I mean, he already said they don't always see eye to eye, but tell me about Welby. He shoots a look to the north. I had such high hopes for her as my first axe. The continued success of the Brotherhood should be the single most important goal for anyone who is a member. She seems to have forgotten her place. She's not the head of this band, I am. If she doesn't stop overreaching, I will have to replace her with someone who knows how to obey. Okay. Tell me about the Bronze Brotherhood if you're so mouthy. We're a humble group with noble, long-held traditions on the side of right and honor. Raytomon's voice fills with pride. If there is an injustice that needs to be rectified, we are called. Sounds like you're upstanding citizens. Only you're not, probably. I'll go along with that. Yes, we are, Fatebinder. Raytomon's face breaks into a giant smile. I'm glad someone finally sees us for what we are. I'm tired of people calling us mercenaries and sellswords. So we get paid for what we do. We need to live. I don't really care. Okay. Well, I need to get to Lethian's Crossing. Ottoman considers your request for a moment. If I let you through, you must promise to behave. I have enough problems dealing with everyone else. I don't need the hassle of keeping an eye on you too. So watch yourself. I might not currently have control of my city, but I have eyes everywhere. If you stir up trouble, I will know. Fires an arrow into the air and then makes a signal by waving his arms in the air in an intricate pattern. You may enter Lethian's Crossing. I'm going to leave it. We'll talk again soon. Okay? I certainly hope that isn't the case. Well, how rude. Oh. Small figure stands before some armor-clad soldiers. His arms move wildly as he gestures in frustration, yelling at the man directly in front of him. Absolutely not! I've come through Ironhall Trail more times than I can remember. No one ever asked for a toll before, and I won't be paying one now. He notices you standing nearby and turns to speak. Fatebinder, surely you, of all people, can help me? My name is Asta, and I must go to Lethian's Crossing. I have goods to deliver. Tell this man I will not be paying a toll, to him or anyone, and he is to let me through. He folds his arm over his chest and nods with a pronounced finality. Greetings, Fatebinder. I'm sorry you have to be drawn into this. What you've stumbled into is merely a conflict of the changing times. You're of Lethian's Crossing, you're Bronze Brotherhood, okay. I am Will of the Bronze Brotherhood. Ironhall Trail is under our protection, and anyone passing through must obey our rules. This gentleman would like passage through our land. A simple donation is required. He holds out his hand. These funds help our cause and keep Ironhall a safe place for all travellers. Clearly you both can see the value in that. Asta speaks, his arms swinging about again, emphasizing his words. And who exactly is keeping it safe? You? Standing there with your weapon at the ready against me? His arms drop and he turns to you again. I'm naught but a travelling merchant. I have no money to spare, and I certainly pose no threat to anyone. Keep this area safe indeed. Points at Will. You're the only threat here. Fatebinder, please. Talk some sense into this man. This man will not be paying a toll today. Call your guards off and allow us passage immediately. Address Alistair. Asta, just because you passed through before means nothing. Pay the toll now or head back. You try my patience. This is a difficult one. I could pay the 50 ring toll. Damn these bloody trolls. And their bridges. And the troll toll. I'm not entirely certain of where this sits. I honestly don't know, because is this illegal what they're doing? Just randomly charging tolls? I'm not certain about that, because this isn't a toll for crossing the bridge. This is they're basically demanding, they're blocking the way unless someone pays them to get out of the way. The land is Kairos', not theirs. And 50 rings is a lot of bloody money. This man will not be paying a toll today. Call your guards off and allow us passage immediately. Thank you, Fatebinder. You have done a great deal of good today, asks the Browns dramatically. He turns back to the soldier. And you, brute, move aside and let me pass. Will holds his position and gives him a meaningful look. Perhaps you want to reconsider your stance on the matter, Fatebinder. He plants his hammer on the ground and leans on it, staring Asta down. Passages bought with rings or blood, and I'm happy to take both. Well, I mean, look, this won't go your way. I stand by my decision. Asta raises his hand in protest. I thank you for your efforts, Fatebinder, but it's not worth bloodshed. I will leave in peace. Wow. Okay, that went interestingly. Edmond sent a signal that I'm supposed to let you pass without paying the toll. He moves to the side to let you through. Such a shame. I would love to see if your money's spent differently than anyone else's. He jerks his thumb over his shoulder, indicating you should go. Well. I'm going to try and talk to him again. You go, Redmond's permission to go, Fatebinder, so go on. Well, I'm not done with this yet. Also, I'm going to go to the library before I'm done here. Don't mind me, just taxing. We've got a bronze dagger. We've also got... Oh, yes. I accept. That can go there. Then this is coming to me. Yoink. Okay. Magical accent, which slightly reduces a spell's cooldown. Very well. Cyclical energies. So, let's have a look at some of my... Let's have a look at these. So, this one, plus 10. Have I got anything that's less? No. No. Yes. So I could add this one in. Burn freeze can now be a little bit faster. Accept. Yeah, none of the others, though. You could have this one on faster recovery. Sure, update. This one could be on significantly faster recovery, actually. Or I could just make it stronger. Don't need that. There we go, update. Oh, yeah. Wow, Lantry can have so much more than they currently got. Titan's Touch. Let's go for a stronger version of it. There we go. And can you get this? No, that is already way too powerful there. Yeah, I need to update lots of Lantry's spells. That I'll do later, though. Let's have a chat with Welby. A tall woman stands here, surveying the area from a small overlook. She glances at you and immediately goes back to watching her surroundings. Welcome to Ironhall Trail, Fatebinder of Tunon. With all that running around, I wasn't sure you were ever going to make it over here. I haven't yet made up my mind if I should be offended you didn't speak to me first, or happy I get the final word. I love the fact that she recognized that I talked to other people first. I hope Will didn't vex you too much. He's a good enough sort, he just enjoys his job a little more than he should. The hint of a smile plays across her lips. He thinks he's being sly, taking a cut of every toll. But he's told practically everyone that he's doing by now. Did Rantamon have anything of note to tell you, or is he still wasting his time scouring dead bodies for information he'll never find? She looks south and sighs softly. I will admit, he has led this group for some minor glories, but I fear how he will end up if something doesn't change. She salutes to you. My name is Welby. First Axe of the Bronze Brotherhood, though I'm not sure that title matters anymore. She pauses to gather her thoughts, then opens her mouth to continue. Instead, she exhales slowly and shakes her head. Never mind. You needn't be burdened with my problems. What can I help you with? Tell me about the Bronze Brotherhood. Welby laughs a little. We're mercenaries, plain and simple. I'm not going to pretend like it's anything more. While it's true we have, in recent years, been a little more stationary than our typical crew, it doesn't change the fact that our services can be purchased if the price is right. We both know full well that the rings that the voices gave us were the only thing that brought our allegiance to Kairos when the Overlord turned an eye to the crossing. Even if our thanks for helping was to be thrown from our homes. She can contemplate you for a moment. Not that I hold any ill will towards you for it. Decisions have to be made, and there's always someone who must pay the price. I just hope you realize some people don't like being asked to pay. Latamon will try to sell you on our long and noble traditions, like we're some kind of altruistic saints who can do nothing wrong. But that story's as old and smelly as Grandma Beastman's tail hairs. Wow. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to take a job that doesn't seem right to me. But a ring's a ring, and I will go where the money leads me. One point Ratamon and I will agree on is this. We did a job for Kairos, but we were not treated fairly. The Brotherhood is strong, and we have numbers. We will fight to the last man. I just don't agree with Ratamon's methods. Interesting. What does it mean to be First Axe? I wish I knew, Fatebinder. The First Axe protects and consults with the First Brother. I'm supposed to be Ratamon's advisor, confidant, and guard. Lately, his behavior has become erratic. He's acting paranoid, manic, and distrustful. My duty as First Axe is to protect the First Brother, but I am also sworn to protect the Brotherhood, and if that means the removal of Ratamon, so be it. He has too many supporters in Lethian's Crossing right now to speak out against him. What do you think has happened to Ratamon? Okay, honestly, I couldn't speak it to the cause. The stress of leadership, the battles with Kairos forces, his night in the Old Walls. She shrugs. Oh, he was in the Old Walls. When you decided to remove the Brotherhood from the crossing, it certainly set him off. Does it matter his behavior is endangering the Brotherhood and he must be stopped before we are destroyed? I fear people will be hurt by far more than a simple toll. How would you run the Brotherhood? I wouldn't waste time and resources on petty vendettas. That much I can tell you. I like battle and I like rings, and with the Brotherhood we used to get both regularly. Now all we have is fear, suspicion, and blood. I want the disciplined regiment back, and I intend to have it. While we may agree that we were treated unjustly, Ratamon's methods for obtaining restitutions are despicable. True, acting like a child when you don't get what you want is not the behavior of a leader. Except in this case, the child is in control of an army capable of laying waste to his home. Why are you forcing travelers to pay a toll? Ratamon will say it's because it's what we're due, and part of me is inclined to agree with him. But if I were pressed, I would say his pride is hurt and he's lashing out. He can be such a child sometimes. She looks quickly at her guards. Just watch yourself around him. He hasn't seemed completely in control of his faculties lately. It's frightening to see what he's becoming. Proxy 3 Rex, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription there. Did you not swear an oath to your leader, Sellsword? I knew that your loyalty was available to the highest bidder, but I never guessed that it extended into treachery. Ratamon's plans can doom our entire troop, and I intend to prevent that from happening. I am loyal, not blindly devoted to someone intent on marching me off a cliff's edge. That's fair. Well, that's all for now. Well, be not. By your leave, Fatebinder. And be careful. Very, very, very interesting. But I think we're going to be wandering over on down to the Burning Library before we go into Lethian's Crossing. But it does seem that that is probably the direction that's going to take us there. Though they're all marked as primary things. Interesting. The Weight of the Aegis and the Stirring Visions. I mean, they're all marked as primary goals. So I'm not really sure what the distinction is between them. We might have to see. But right now I can cut my losses and head back without traveling too much further because we got stopped right there. This would only take me a day and 22 hours. This would take me, I'm not sure how much, 17 hours. It's not much. Not much at all. But I desperately need to pop to the loo, so we're going to have a quick stop here for 2 minutes while I do that. You can let me know in chat what you think I should do. Whether we should head over to the Burning Library, because that's kind of more of a side questy thing, apparently, or continue on to the Sunset Spire. Let me know in chat. And I'm back. Hopefully, everyone else managed to get back as well. I'm just going to pour myself some more drink, and we'll get back to the playing. Okay. Now, let's have a look in chat. Okay. Library can wait. I have no idea, but the library is burning, so I think we should go there. I mean, the Sunset Spire seems like a really interesting one to go to, but the Burning Library is particularly interesting, and I'm really tempted to go there. But before I do, I actually want to head up to the Spire. I want to pick up Kills in Shadow. An abrupt storm drives you into the shelter of a public house built under a colossal stone overhang. The travellers from across the tiers share the space with you, warily eyeing one another in near silence until the thin stew and thinner ale loosens the lips of the gathered. A rye woman with midnight skin sets a large gourd on a stone near the back of the cave. She challenges you to a game of daggers, in which players compete to throw identical knives at a target. The person who hits the nearest centre in three tries wins. The purse, she states, will be 20 copper rings. Attempt athletic, play fairly. Attempt subterfuge, cheat. Suggest a companion play. Refuse to pay. Attempt athletics. I've got fairly high athletics, sure. Okay. You stand and approach the woman, setting down your own twine-bound rings and challenge. The woman grins, turns, and hurls her first knife, beginning the game. There we go. You gain favour with the Stone Sea villagers. You gain favour with the Lethian's Crossing. You've gained favour with the Bled and Mark. Wow, really? How did I gain favour with Bled and Mark? Very interesting. She seems quite competent with the hurled blade, but you sink 2 daggers closer to the centre of the gourd than her closest. Impressed, she offers you your winnings and purchases your next drink. Joyful, plus 20 accuracy, 1 above 75 health. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, Lethian's Crossing. You won at daggers. 1 at daggers. That's true. He does wear throwing knives. There's a belt of them. Yeah, okay. That's true. Okay, hello, Kills in Shadow. Now, the question is, if I'm going to Lethian's Crossing, I'm bringing Barak because I need to go there with him. But if I'm going to the library, Kills in Shadow's coming with me. The beast woman squats on her haunches, back bowed and face tilted forwards as she meticulously grooms between the long, calloused fingers of one paw. A mauve tongue leaves blood from her glistening claws. She glances up, a jerky, subtle movement at your approach, but there's no fear in her. Only reaction, instinct, only a readiness to strike.
Fatebinder wants beast woman?
The reek of an unwashed feral animal, bloodied and battle-worn, swathes you like a wet blanket, and you breathe through your mouth to keep from retching. Really? I would have imagined as a hunter, I would totally have gotten used to that. It's time to hunt, come with me. Had any good hunts lately? If you're going to follow me, I'd like to know more about you. Fatebinder wants you to bait. Let's play a game. I want your opinion on something. We should strategize how best to deal with our enemies and our allies. I'd like to spar with you. Sure, we could do that, I guess.
Beast woman gets to play fight with Alpha?
She immediately perks up, salivating and snarling happily as she rises on hind legs and swipes several practice swings to limber up. She splays her dark claws wide and pins you with an eager, blood-thrilling stare.
Come!
Before you can step even a single foot forward, the beast woman surges for you without warning, without waiting, tackling you hard about the waist. The force of her weight slimes into you, her muscled shoulder ramming into your gut, and you both tumble to the ground in a tangle of limbs and hair and claw. Stab her in the gut. What? No. I'm not going to blast her off either. I'm going to, well, she did mention mystics. Athletic, I'm going to headbutt her. Gained loyalty with kills in shadow. Hands gripping her hairy shoulders to steady yourself, you ram your forehead as hard as you can into her swarthy snout. Bone crunches audibly in Kills in Shadow, howls, rearing back as blood spats down from the front of her chin and throat. She gnashes her red-tinged fangs, pained and furious, and looking for a moment, as if she may very well tear your throat out. But then she licks the blood coating her lips and grins at you dangerously. Beastwoman likes fighting with Alpha. She purrs and carefully, sensually, crawls back for you. Sensually? Oh my lord. My god. Right. No. I'm gonna get her to join the party. At the very least, I can take levels. But I think we're gonna be going to the, I wouldn't mind seeing how she handles being a tank.
I'm ready. Wants to hunt Stockprowl. Wants to kill and howl for Alpha.
She lopes forward, lips parted, tongue lolling between her discolored fangs. Eager.
Be seeing you, Fatebinder.
Indeed. Right. Level 6. Excellent. I approve. Let's take that level for you. Natural hide, +3 armor. All, +3 armor stolen. I don't understand the whole stolen thing. Interesting. Wow, you've got low athletics though? You get. One-handed weapons. What are you actually equipped with? Just natural claws, I guess. Could I give you weapons? Oh yeah, I guess I could. Okay, that's kind of cool. Can I give you... No, I can't give you anything to wear. Alright. Oh. Bronze tower shield. Wrought in ruin. Bronze mace. They're two-handed, mine. But what was her skill in one-handed and two-handed? One-handed was better. Unarmed combat is even better. In terms of effectiveness of unarmed attacks, high skill values lead to more accurate attacks, increasing the chance of critical strikes. That's a good call, actually. Black-hearted Shaman. Ebb and Landry at the... Well, actually, no. Because Ebb, I'm not... She might do well at the Burning Library, but I'm not entirely certain that she would particularly like to be there. But it's an interesting proposition, that one. It's an interesting proposition. But at the very least, one-handed and unarmed. At the very least, I would like it to be pretty tough. How much would that give? An extra 13, that's not bad. Getting your athletics up would be fantastic, though. So I'm going to go with might. I'm going to pop 2 points in might, point in finesse for a... Well, actually, no. We're not going to worry about that one too much. 2 points in health. And then probably an extra point over here in... Well, actually, no. This would affect unarmed combat. So there is something to be done there. This would affect all of it. Actually, I want to bring this up at least to 10. I don't want the minuses there. Yeah, that seems like a good one. Accurate. Oh, yeah, I just noticed hero number 1. Yeah, exactly. Getting rid of the negatives. This one I don't mind too much, the lack of spell strength. The magic defense is a bit painful, but I kind of feel that it's almost thematically appropriate. I'm not sure. Right, Ravager and Titan. Breaking items. Strike forcefully with a weapon, dealing damage and sundering the target's armor. Okay, Ravager. Leaping Death. From stealth, pounce on a nearby enemy, damaging all enemies in the area as well as knocking them prone. Primal Scream. Roar at targets in the cone, frightening them. If this ability is used from stealth, foes will be terrified instead. What on earth is terrified? I need to know. Frightened will reduce by 30%. Terrified will reduce by 30%, and terrified targets will flee in random directions. Marvelous. Okay. That's actually pretty cool. Dual Claw. While low on health, kills in shadow, attacks twice with her normal weapon attacks. Natural Weaponry. Improves unarmed damage. Okay, +4 unarmed damage. Got Wild Instincts. While in the party, Kills in Shadow provides a bonus to experience gained in Subterfuge, unarmed and one-handed. Adds Armor Penetration. That's actually pretty cool. Claw Swipe. Swipes an enemy in range, damaging and interrupting them. Moderately improves. Stalking Prey. Gain a bonus to Subterfuge. Thick Hide. Grants a bonus to Natural Armor. Reaching Claws. Increases the attack distance of Kills in Shadow's unarmed attacks. Shadow of Death. Significantly increases critical hit damage dealt by Leaping Death and grants a bonus of damage afterwards that lasts until combat ends. So you'd always want to engage with that then. Toothed Nail while stealthed, gain 100% hit precision. Rend Claws 2. Raking Slash, 2-hit claw attack. Natural Weaponry. Bestial Constitution, reduce the duration. And Disembowelment. Use both claws to rip a target's stomach wide open, dealing best of slash pierce damage and leaving the target bleeding. And also dead. Wow, okay. I mean, it didn't say that, but that's what I'm thinking. Okay. Now, Titan, this is talking about weapons. One-handed weapons, two-handed weapons. Sundered. Crush, pierce, and slash armor reduced by 5. Okay. Taste of Blood. Attacks from stealth. Cause targets to bleed and grant Kills in Shadow a heal over time effect that lasts until combat end. Wow. Untamed Might. Increase one-handed melee weapon damage. Kills in Shadow uses two-handed weapons as one-handed. What? What? That is huge. Kills in Shadow is a big girl, so yeah, it does make sense. So Savage Strike, attack all enemies in cone with a weapon, pushing them back a fair distance. Foes are left hobbled. Adaptation, Earth, gain a permanent health bonus and reduction to all incoming crush damage. Blood Rage. Move rapidly towards an enemy, trampling foes in the path, dealing crush damage and knocking them prone. Scars of Battle grants a damage bonus while wounded. Grants bonus damage on prone targets. Adaptation Frost. Adaptation Shock. In the stance, damage taken is increased, but a large bonus of endurance and melee damage is granted. Untamed Might. Reduces recovery and grants hit points. Hit precision when wounded. Pack Leader. Increase the number of enemies that Kills in Shadow can engage with. +2 enemy engagement. Seize Prey. Gain bonus accuracy and damage with disengagement attacks. Overrun. Blood Spike. A 3-hit attack with a weapon that increases the damage with each hit. Finally, Snapping Bone. Rear up and bring both fists down on a target, dealing crush damage and knocking all enemies in the immediate area prone. Well, we're going to be taking Leaping Death. That's oh, well, actually, that's already taken. But I'm going to be taking this. Yep, absolutely. While low on health, we'll grab this one too. Taste of Blood, I think that makes a lot of sense. And then this one, obviously. Attack all enemies in a cone. That is tempting. Blood Rage. Kills the Shadow, health reduces. Her damage and attack speeds are increased. Trample does sound quite cool as well. Bonus damage on prone targets. I want stalking prey. The wild instinct is also very nice. I forgot to decide on this one. Plus 15 maximum health though. 40% damage on prone enemies. Bunch of bonuses, just general ones. Trample. Trample sounds like a decent attack. I think I'm probably going to end up building Kills in Shadow fairly evenly. We're going to grab Dual Claw. And then I can grab Wild Instinct later on. But that's the way we're going to build for now. But with that, Kills in Shadow should be able to just equip two-hand weapons. So, let's have a look for these great big two-handed weapons. One-handed weapon, two-handed, there we are. Two-handed 14, that's fairly normal. What have we got? Two-handed great iron greatsword. Honor Guard's bronze flax. 5.16. We've got this slash. 19 to 23. Armor penetration 2. Devastating. What is devastating? On weapon crit. Foe target. 0.5 milli push. Interrupt weak. Okay. It's not that great then. That's one-handed as well. I think most of them are one-handed. There doesn't seem to be as easy a method of checking all of this, but doesn't seem to make much of a difference. Unless I can put... Yeah, it doesn't act... They're not able to dual wield, which is where I was going with it. I guess it's because perhaps Kills in Shadow always wields just with one hand. I suppose. This one does 1923, has devastating. This one has armor penetration, which I'm kind of liking. Yeah, we'll go with that, I think. Right, what kind of potions do I have? How do I split? Let me split. There we go. I'm going to give you 5 healing potions. Potion of invisibility, fatiguing toxin, staggering burn. Venom's injured foes, dealing substantial damage over time. Whetstone, 2 armor penetration by attacks for 300 seconds. Not strictly necessary, I don't think. Boosting in Bibba's endurance and ability to absorb damage. That might not be a bad one for Kills in Shadow to have. Potion of protection as well. I think she should be good with that. So, she should be using one-handed weapon skill for her two-handed weapon, and it does a hell of a lot of damage. So I'm pretty happy with that one. Yeah, she's only a little bit below the amount of... she's 1 point below... Her minimum with the two-handed axe is 1 point below her maximum with whilst unarmed. So that seems good to me. All right, with that done, she's got a lot of health. Now the question is, should I bring Verse along or should I bring Ebb with me?